seen the show before, you know what's going on. If you have not seen the show before, hopefully this will be a great experience for you. I don't know. So I'm just making sure everything works here. It is working. I love that. Okay. Quick edit to the privacy so y'all can chat amongst yourself in the Restream chat. And yeah, let's just jump right in here. So this is, I believe, episode 8 of my little visual podcast thing that I started doing because I was sick of streaming covers. But now I'm also still streaming covers, but on a different platform. Who cares? So again, happy Sunday, y'all. Kick back, relax. Today my guest is Dan Louisell, and he is in Michigan. We met, oh gosh, almost 9 years ago, probably 8.5 years ago. I first connected with Dan Louisell, and if he is not the nicest person in the world, which he's up there, he is the funniest person in the world. I have had the pleasure of meeting a lot of extremely interesting people, funny people, weird people. Dueling piano players are, like, historically, we're weird. But Dan is so funny and so charming, and he's not only a musician, he's a comedian. He's doing crazy live streams where he, like, does puppet things. I don't know. What he doesn't do, I don't know, is the point. So, we're going to get Dan on right at 2:15, so please buckle up for that. It's going to be a real joy. And I'll just kick off here with my little opening set with a couple originals of my own. So, first things first, my notebooks should be in a different order. Oh no, my notebooks were in a good order. Oh well, here we go. I haven't played this in about 6 weeks, so we're repeating. Song is called Orbit. I hid myself away for 6 cold months just to make you wait. Now back at it, you need a taste of my lovely Milky Way. And I cleaned up and I teamed up with all the baddest in the business. Check my stream ups. You're looking at your roster, knowing you can't hang. 'Cause I got gravity and you're a chimpanzee, floating in the stratosphere. No, you can't get away from me. Don't fight it, baby. I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit. I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit, oh. I'm chilling here in your orbit now, and you can't touch. Now don't forget who you are, 'cause I think you forgot that I'm a brilliant star. You run in circles from afar, watch me shine, don't be so bizarre. 'Cause I got influence, your vibe's ambiguous, floating above the nimbus in a cycle so continuous. Don't fight it, baby. I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit. I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit, oh. I'm chilling here in your orbit, oh. You can't touch. You can't touch. Don't be embarrassed, it's just the way of the world. Don't pretend you woke up just yesterday thinking about your favorite girl. No. 'Cause I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit, oh. I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit, oh, 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 oh. I'm chilling here in your orbit, and you can't touch. I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit. I'm chilling here in your orbit, orbit, oh. I'm chilling here in your orbit. go. Yeah, it's fun. It's a spunky one. I love Erykah Badu. I love R&B. And I have been too afraid to try my hand at an R&B tune. And then I just decided it was time to write an R&B tune. This is another one of those songs that sounds like it's sexy, but it's not about that. Nope. It's about, yep. You know, the entertainment world. That's all I write about, apparently. Now that I'm not in it anymore. But that's okay. So y'all, I'm Cassandra. This is Songwriter Sunday. And I'm so excited to bring my guest on for y'all. At 2:15, we got Dan Louisell. He's going to be on the screen. We're going to talk about songwriting, as we do on Songwriter Sundays. And he's going to share some of his original music. He's also real flippin' funny, so it should be very entertaining. So please, please, please. I know there are a lot of streams out there, but keep this one going today. You're going to love Dan. I promise. All right. And as always, you can drop questions, comments, whatever, into your wherever you're watching this. Drop them in the comment section. I see them all. And I've got thick skin. If you want to tell me that was a horrible song, I don't care. I can take it. Yeah, so we'll just keep it going. So my next song that I'm going to share today, I wrote only a couple days ago, so it's brand new. It's a brand new song. It's very sad, and Dan is very funny, so hopefully that'll all balance itself out. But yeah, I'm going to do this one for you. It's called That's Not Me. It's brand new. When I was 10, I spent my playground hours on a bench, trying one more time to find a friend. And now I've grown. My eyes have gotten keener and they've shown the folks you think are keepers leave you more alone. And so it seems my phone only lights up when there's a need. I've had enough. What am I today? Support, a punching bag, a shrink. That's not me. That's not me. Free of charge. To anyone who asks, I send my heart. Now I'm running out of blood and I'm tired. So it seems my phone only lights up when there's a need. I've had enough. What am I today? Shrink, a punching bag, support. That's not me. People say I've changed. They're right, I had to. I'm lonely and wide awake. It's morning. Friendship can't be faked. Look at all this grief I'm storing, and I'm evaporating. So it seems. My phone only lights up when there's a need. I've had enough. So it seems. My phone only lights up when there's a need. I've had enough. What am I today? Support, a punching bag, a shrink. That's not me. That's not me. Yes, major chords for sad songs. All right. I know some of you watching are super music nerds. I referenced two songs in that song by two different artists. So if you were, I know it's only a one listen thing, but if you recognize the songs or the artists who wrote those songs, drop it in the chat. And then of those two artists, I tried to write this in the style of one of those two artists. So, I don't know, that's just for the nerds. It's for the nerds. If you can guess it, I don't know. I should incentivize games, but nerds don't want things, they just want to know things. So, and I'm also a nerd. I mean that very lovingly. All right, so let's do one more tune, then we'll get Dan up here on the screen. It will be a flipping delight for you. So hang tight there till 2:15. We're gonna get Dan up here, gonna do some songs, gonna talk songwriting. Maybe if I'm lucky, we'll talk comedy. We're gonna talk what has changed in the 8.5 years we've known each other in life. I don't know what's happening. Norm, you're not sure? I was counting on you. All right. It's Ben Folds and Bright Eyes. Darn it. Spoilers. The songs are I'm Wide Awake It's Morning by Bright Eyes. Or it's Road to Joy is the name, but that's the hook. And then Evaporated by Ben Folds, which is probably my top 3 favorite Ben Folds songs. That Ben Folds is the artist that I was thinking of when I wrote this. Specifically, his album Songs for Silvermen kind of has this super sad, but nice melodic fun stuff there. You guys never. Well, now you have 2 new songs to check out. I don't know. Thanks for caring, y'all. Thanks for caring. Hi, Salim. How are you doing? All right. Are you still in Michigan? Because today we're doing a Michigan songwriter interviewing. Inappropriate. But it's Dan Louisell, and I'm going to get him on after this next song, right at 2:15. So if you're new to Songwriter Sunday, I'm Cassandra. I interview a songwriter, and we just hang out. Yeah, we just hang out, talk songs, share songs, ask any questions you want, give any feedback you want in the comments. Please be as involved in this conversation about songs, songwriting, that you like, as much as you're comfortable with. So I'm gonna do one more here that I haven't done in a while, so we'll see how it goes. But it's very close to being released, hopefully, on my friend Adam, another Michigan guy, my friend Adam Shoemaker's new record label called Odd Pop, who I'm not, signed to, but I think that's where I'm going to be releasing my stuff. Anyway, go follow Odd Pop on all of social media too. So I wrote this one way a long time ago, beginning of the pandemic. Specifically, the beginning of the pandemic was 84 years ago, for those of you who are keeping track. And this was just an exercise in a rock song. So it's a little wild. Oh, I had the pleasure of recording it with my husband John, who is okay at guitar, and then my friend Jordan, who plays the bass, and then my friend Spencer, who I met on a cruise ship, is doing the drums. So keep an eye out for that. It's called Hit Me Up. It's going to be released very soon. All right, let's see how it goes. I gotta hurry. Gotta get Dan up here. All right. You make my blood boil. You make my hands shake. You make my legs twitch. You make my chest ache. I wanna take you out. I am sick for your touch. I wish you'd call me sometime. I wish I didn't crave the one I hate so much. I want you to come a little closer. I want you to drive me mad. I want you all up in my business. I want you to hit me up. You make crazy in my brain, and you know you do. You could take away my pain, but that's no fun for you. No fun, no. I wanna eat you up. I wanna make you disappear. I wish you'd call me sometime. Why do you make it unclear? I want you to come a little closer. dreaming, beautiful demon. Let's play a game of hide and seek. If I find you, I'll use your bones to clean my teeth. Horrible princess, let's play a game of chess. And if you get me in a corner, you can do what suits you best. I want you to come a little closer. I want you to drive me mad. I want you all up in my business. I want you to come a little closer. I want you to drive me mad. Want you all up in my business. I want you to hit me up. All right, that's Hit Me Up. I just wanted to do like an exercise in writing from a creepy person standpoint. I do not advocate this type of relationship that is being described in this song. It is toxic. Don't date somebody like that. All right, but enough of me. Let's get Dan on the screen to talk some songs, share some songs, and let's just talk. Let's do some talking here. So hang tight, everybody. We're gonna get Dan right up here. Ready? Get psyched. Hey!
Hey, I can fix this.
I know. All right.
Did it fix it?
Hey, you're looking good.
Nailed it. You're looking good too, Cassandra.
Thank you. I get so nervous for these and I'm sweating a lot, but thank you for the compliment.
I'm glad that you confessed to everyone that you're sweaty.
Yeah, well, like I said, at least it's digital here.
Do you know, I think the first maybe 6 years of dueling pianos, I was the sweatiest person in any room until a different dueling piano player brought a fan to a gig and it changed my life.
Ooh, yep.
So now I know I always have at least one fan.
No.
Kicking it off strong today.
Gosh darn it. All right. So I will say we are slightly laggy here. I'm trying to figure out how we can unlag.
Is it? It's a little bit laggy over here too, but I don't think it's at least from my end, it's not enough to be super distracting.
Oh nope, it just fixed itself, so we're good.
No, I did that. I'm the one who fixed it over here.
Oh, you did? Okay.
No,
good.
I didn't. I can't take that credit, Cassandra.
You need to take the credit.
Okay, I will take it.
We don't have live audiences to stroke our egos, so we must stroke our own.
Oh, that's the worst. There are no 4 people who want live entertainment to come back greater than the other 4 people who live in my house, because without a live audience for 9 months, I have become insufferable.
Yeah. I think John and I spent about 40% of our conversations going like, is my song good? Is my art thing good? Is it good? Or is it not? I don't know. So
yeah, you need that validation. And that feedback. I think a lot of the conversations in my house are like, hey, remember stores?
Well, and you have 3 kiddos too, so what is that like during this?
The worst. I don't recommend it. Anyone who might be infected with pregnancy, no, I'm just kidding. I have some friends who aren't. I don't know how to say this delicately. They don't like their kids as much as I like mine, and I know that I am super lucky to be quarantined with the other 4 people in the world that I actually like seeing all the time. So that's lucky.
That is a very. Yeah, a lot has been illuminated to me about some of my friends' dynamics with one another. Because John and I, we were like best friends before we started dating. So like, this is great. But
yeah,
I definitely have some friends who are like, I gotta get out of the house.
So your Decembers though, are they usually like pretty booked up with holiday gigs and parties and when because in my December I'm always like I'm never home. I've got like 4 or 5 parties all over the Midwest a week, and so I was just complaining about no gigs means no money, and that sucks. And so I was complaining to my wife about it, but she pointed out without this quarantine you've never had so much like Christmas time at home. And
Oh,
I really feel like that, plus with homeschooling and virtual learning and everything that's been going on, I feel like I've gotten to be a lot closer to my kids than I would have otherwise.
that's
And so
awesome.
I am finding those silver linings. It sounds like you and John are too.
Yeah, yeah, we're actually we're just straight chilling. Yeah,
Now,
typically.
if only all those people hadn't died.
Anyway, uh, no, yeah, usually, well, I started at Pete's last December, so that was a pretty regular thing. But when I was freelancing, yeah, same thing, just never home. So
Mhm, mhm.
good. I'm glad you're finding the silver lining. My friend Audrey, I assume that's Audrey. Odds pause. She says she keeps asking her pet rabbit if her songs are good, and she just stares at her. What a bitch.
That's awful. Do you know my cat hates anytime I pick up an instrument, but my turtle, if I'm practicing piano in the room where the turtle's aquarium is, she will come out and like stretch all the way out of her shell and watch. I've noticed her favorite song is Tiny Dancer.
That's so funny. So I had a dog growing up. Sorry, we should listen to your songs soon. But I had a dog growing up who used to just like howl when I played. But my gecko, same thing. It's just like, what are you doing? What's going on? But more when John plays. She's partial to John, which is very hurtful, I think.
I wouldn't take that. I would put that animal right out in the street.
All right. It'll be dead within like 30 seconds in Chicago. So
All right, it's settled.
all right, everybody, like the video if you think I should. I'm just kidding.
That's awful.
It is. Okay, well, first of all, we got some awesome people watching. I think Drew is watching. A couple of my friends from Michigan, a couple of my Chicago friends, a couple family members. So, yeah, do you want to say anything about yourself that I haven't?
I
Yeah,
About myself, my name's Dan. Nice to meet everyone.
I
I've
did.
been playing dueling pianos for 12 years. I was a musician in a number of bands for some years before then. Um, I have a wife and 3 children. I think that basically covers it.
All right, that's dope.
Oh, I should point out, since I have this opportunity, I'm doing a live stream show every other Tuesday. It's called Isolated, and it's a new format. Um, there's a lot more plot and puppets and like weird musical numbers than like song requests. So if you're coming to my live stream wanting to hear Sweet Caroline and Piano Man, um, there are tons of other ones for that. This one's it's basically just a puppet show only to amuse my own kids. And if you're amused too, then great.
Awesome. Tuesdays at what time again?
At 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, so that's 6 p.m. for my Chicago folks here as well. And I have to address at least a couple comments about my earrings. Thank
I
you.
just noticed those too.
I wore them because I thought you would find them amusing, but
I
everybody
did.
else, yes.
I was gonna say that when you were talking about your gecko, and then the conversation moved on organically, and I didn't circle back to it. So I'm glad that you did.
Darn it. All right. Cool. Well, I'm super psyched. I haven't heard. I'm mostly familiar with your piano bar comedy stuff, so I'm really excited to hear some of your other songs today. So, what do you want to kick off with?
Well, this first song that I'm going to play today is actually about the most sad I've ever been in my life. So there's no comedy in this one. It's called Castaway, and it's on an album. Actually, I just was notified this was taken off iTunes because I forgot to pay. I'll get it back up there. It's from an album I have called Automaton that's usually on iTunes and Spotify, and it's called Castaway, and it's a story about my firstborn. Her name is Olive, and when she was 1 year old, she's 10 now. When she was 1 year old, I was carrying her down the stairs, and I slipped and fell down, and her leg broke.
Oh no,
And she had just learned to walk. It
it's not
was
funny.
honestly like even talking about it right now. I'm gonna just sing the song because I like the song, and so does she. Like she's old enough now that she makes fun of me if I'm like, Olive, you didn't get your room cleaned up. She's like, well, you broke my leg when I was 1, so moot. And I can't argue. But anyway, I'm gonna switch it over here.
Awesome,
Hello.
awesome,
and
awesome.
uh and I'll play the song. It's called Castaway. It's also available on my YouTube channel and on Facebook. A couple months ago, or maybe last month, I did a show with me and 4 other clones of me singing original music as a full band style. So you can check that out. This is the opening number from that show, and it goes like this. I'm going to turn on. I've got drums, Cassandra. I'm using a drummer today.
Hell yeah, you are.
Do you know? Can I tell you what his name is?
Yep.
Phil.
I'm out of
Drum.
here. I gotta go.
Get it? All right. See you guys. This has been fun. Didn't even make it one song before I drove away the host. All right. thought you could put your trust in me, and I will keep you clear and free of danger's harm. Oh no, didn't go like this. Oh no, now it's everything I miss. I didn't mean to let you down. I never thought that I would fall and take you with me, though I know that you'll forgive me. I didn't want you on the ground. I never thought that if I fell that you'd come with me, though I know that you'll forgive me. I'm still sorry. Hey now, everything has gone alright. You never should have seen me cry. I can't be strong. What now? You pretend you're all okay, but I can see you want to say that I'm not wrong. Oh no, I wish that I could take it back. Oh no, the honking says there is no track. I didn't mean to let you down. I never thought that I would fall and take you with me, though I know that you'll forgive me. I didn't want you on the ground. I never thought that if I fell that you'd come with me, though I know that you'll forgive me. I'm still sorry. I didn't mean to do what I did. I promise it won't happen again, but I can because I didn't think it happened at all. You don't want me to feel bad, but bad is all I feel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to let you down. I never thought that I would fall and take you with me, though I know that you'll forgive me. I didn't want you on the ground. I never thought that if I fell that you'd come with me, though I know that you'll forgive me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Woohoo!
That was that one. It was called Castaway,
That-
specifically referencing when they cut the cast off of her leg.
Oh,
Get it?
that's deeply sad, but it was so fun to listen to.
Thank you. That's
So, we need to know the people. The people need to know.
who's
First-
these people?
Yes, they're important. First of all,
Mhm.
such a pleasure to hear you again, especially with the originals. Is the drummer named Phil after Phil Collins or after Drum Phil?
Drum Phil.
Good. And that's your first instrument, right?
Yeah, that's what I studied in school, and it was my plan to be on the CMU drumline in college, and that's what I was going to be. And I went to like the percussion camps and drumline camps for all the years leading up to it, and then right before I graduated high school and was going to join the program, the percussion instructor at CMU died, and the whole program fell apart.
Wonderful.
And so then I coasted college for a couple of years and then dropped out to be a rock star. And look at us now, Cassandra.
It's like you and Ben Folds are the same person. Do you know that story about Ben Folds?
You know what? A friend of mine just gave me his book for Christmas, and I haven't read it yet. I know a little bit about what you're referencing, and also I was listening before I came on here and heard your Ben Folds references, but I'm not too familiar with it.
I think, okay, so I'll try and make it quick, but pretty sure the story goes that he was a drummer first, and then went out and just partied his face off the night before his jury, broke his wrist, couldn't play his jury, and therefore couldn't pass, and then went and threw his drum set in a lake and decided to switch to piano.
That's the best story ever.
So let's confirm that, but I think that's what had happened. So
I wonder if that's what inspired, have you heard his last record he put out, "So There," that he did with, the, chamber orchestra? I
Mm-hmm.
love it much, that song, "Phone in a Pool," is really great, and I
Mm.
wonder if that was referencing his drum set.
Ooh, possibly,
And it's
possibly.
like, "I throw my phone in a pool in New Orleans. I got the love of my life. I guess y'all knows what I means. And if I'm looking for something, gonna bottle in a couple of weeks." That's not how it goes. He does it better. You should listen to how
So it's so funny because you sent me a message about today at like what 5 in the morning your time or something.
it was something around there.
So
It was
do you turn off? Do you ever turn off?
well, it depends. I'm not quite sure how to answer this question. Yeah, in the early morning to almost afternoon, I get mental breaks. I don't fall asleep at night. I wish I could, but it's, years of being a musician, and gigging. So I'll
Mm-hmm.
fall asleep super late and then I'll wake up at some point when my kids get me up and I'm just used to running on caffeine and other chemicals to keep me stimulated.
Yes. Uh, Melatonin. What? No, that doesn't make sense. Okay.
Like in my mind, I was thinking vitamin D, and then the way I said it, it probably came across a lot as like cocaine. I don't
That's
do. Also, I'm super terrified of the sun being a ginger, so I get my vitamin D through a pill. And it's a weird way to say it. I feel like I let everyone down again.
that's okay. Not all rock stars do cocaine, so. Awesome. All right, well, let's hear another song. What else you got here?
It's funny, since you were talking about Ben Folds, I decided that my next song was going to be this one. I wrote this song about my son Henry when he
Mm,
was born. I didn't break any of his body yet.
yeah.
Um, you give me time based on his behavior. But I wrote this song when he was born, and I emailed it to my friend Julian. I think you know Julian, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
wrote back. He was like, "Oh my God, this sounds exactly like this Ben Folds song I like." And he sent it to me, and I'd never heard it before. But sure enough, they're very similar. So this wasn't inspired by Ben Folds, but retroactively, I am making it canon that it was directly inspired by Ben Folds.
Perfect.
Know if you know about this, he threw his drum set in a lake once.
What a badass.
Let's see if I even remember how to play this. That's how it goes. I came into this without any vision, just blind optimism, clouded in crimson, being sure that I got it, and sure of success as a way to consider reality less. While we were focused on finding our groove, who opened this window and let in the truth? I thought this was where we had wanted to go. Can meticulous planning feel out of control? What happened to the guy with his head on his shoulders who thought it'd be easier as he got older? And everything I always knew was opinion. How can I start again from the beginning? Well, everything's gonna be fine, Henry. It's just what I'll tell you forever. And when we run into trouble, I'll put on a smile, and you'll probably sense it. That's kind of your style. And everything's gonna be fine, Henry. It's just what I'll tell you to try and convince me. And if I'm white lying instead of the truth, you probably won't notice I'm bending for two. There are things you will see that you'll want to take back, and songs that you won't like at all. Matter of fact, I wish I could keep you so blissful in Eden, but all of these apples seem pretty intriguing. Once all the pieces fell into the puzzle, it wasn't the picture I thought that it was, and it didn't look anything else like the cover. But is it enough to turn sure into wonder? Well, everything's gonna be fine. Henry, show me your eyelids and keep your mind empty and dream of the places where you'd rather be while grumbling softly right here with me. And everything's gonna be fine, Henry, and you hypothetically wouldn't forget me, but I won't be leaving here anytime soon. We'll sweep shooting stars off that rotten old moon. For better or worse, we're no worse for the better. Part of the time that we've grown up together. Sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. And when every forced smile faces up from the ground, it's important to know that I always love you. Don't say it enough. Sure wish I had the guts to. Well, everything's gonna be fine, Henry. It's just what I'll tell you forever. And when we run into trouble, you'll think that it's true. You'll look at me and I'll look at you and say everything's gonna be fine, Henry. Everything's always just pure elementary. You put on your face and I'll put on mine and try and convince us that everything's gonna be fine, Henry. I remember most of it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I forgot there was a key change at the end that I wasn't prepared for. It happens. I just thought it was relevant to what we were talking about.
Are we ever ready for key changes?
But not after 9 months of sitting around at home.
No, I've forgotten everything. That was really beautiful. So, reminder to those of you watching, we will take questions. We will take your comments. If there's something you want to ask Dan, ask me, ask us jointly, you may. But I want to ask you, especially with that last song, what do you think about kind of as you're writing lyrics?
That one in particular was, so Henry was 2 months old, and we had a just turned 2-year-old baby, Olive. Her leg had fully grown back by then. And Henry was 2 months old, and things were a lot more difficult than Liz and I, my wife, had anticipated things being. And so that was basically a song about, yes, things are super hard right now, but it's not always really hard. And even when things are hard, it's still going to be fine, probably.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, do you think about kind of how you put words and phrases together? I mean, I love the concept stuff, but or is it just intuitive for you?
I don't know. Liz has what's the word? The word I want to use is criticize, but that's the wrong word for it. She's pointed out before that a lot of my lyrics are really super vague and like a puzzle. She has to figure out what the heck I'm talking about. And she's like, you can't just write like this happened and then I was sad. And I was like, no. And I was thinking about it, and I think it's because I like writing songs and I like putting personal things into them, of course, but I don't like being fully exposed. And so I don't know, it always ends up being this weird balance of I'm trying to let myself be vulnerable, but I can't quite commit. And so I have to think of a different word or metaphor for anything just to make sure people don't completely know what I'm talking about.
No, that's super artful, and I think that I think about things that way too. I only have a handful of songs where I say it. Everything else, I also try to work with the metaphors and the images and stuff. But I just I'm reading a book right now about like lyric construction, so I'm all obsessed with that because I'm usually an intuitive writer myself, and nothing wrong with that.
Trying to be a little more literal and a little less ambiguous. But so far, I wrote a song about a tree in our yard. That's all it is. A song about a tree.
Ooh.
I don't think I might. Maybe I will. Should I play that one?
Sure. You know what? So everybody, Dan did not send me a set list because we're just gonna take this wild ride today. So let's hear a song about a tree.
Let's see. Okay. Well, ask me one more question while I see if I have the lyrics.
Well, I will tell you, I don't know if you have, I know we need like 75 devices to do anything these days with the streaming, but are you following the chat at all?
I can't see the chat. I'm looking at Skype
Skype.
right now.
So a lot of people are just saying that your songs are really great, and just giving some nice feedback that way. So just so you know.
Thank you for passing that along.
Yeah.
This one's a guitar song. I'll see if I can play it. Let's see.
Ooh. What's the tree song's name?
It's called Walnut Tree.
Hell yeah, it is.
Not it's figurative. Let's see. It's a finger. Can you hear my guitar, Cassandra?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh. Let's see. There's a walnut tree in my backyard. It throws shade on me, and its fruit is hard. I never asked for walnuts, but it still gives them to me, and I'm too polite to say no thank you to a tree. I see that walnut tree above my hammock bed. 2 walnuts dropped right on my head. I never asked for walnuts to rain right down on me, but I'm too polite to say, hey, watch it to a tree. Woodchucks, skunks, and critters are gathering around to pick all of the walnuts and plant them in the ground. I never asked for chipmunks to run or jump or twirl, and someday I'm gonna catch that brown-eyed squirrel in my walnut tree. In my backyard, it's easy street. When the chords are hard, I never ask for walnuts or anything for free, but I'm too polite to say no thank you to a tree. Hard to whistle into mic. Doctors say that walnuts are good food for your brain, but every time I bite one, it just leaves me in pain. Leaves and buds and branches are all within my sight. I might just end up sleeping here all night beneath the walnut tree in my backyard. It's easy street when my life is hard. I never asked for walnuts or anything for free, but I'm too polite to say no thank you. Ain't got a chain to yank you. Too polite to say no thank you to a tree.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty straightforward.
Once we can do live shows again, if I ever see you do a live show, I'm requesting that song. That's awesome. Yeah, sometimes no, that was so fun. I don't know. I was cracking up the whole time.
Pretty great tree.
Yeah, rude though.
Since I've got the guitar on, I thought this is a song that that does get requested sometimes if people come to shows and want to hear an original song. This has been requested before, and it was another song written about my daughter Olive. This I wrote, so let's see, going back, it's before I broke her leg. I wrote this in the hospital carrying her around when she had just been born, and Liz was finally getting some apparently giving birth makes you tired. Whatever. So I took the baby and Liz was sleeping and I was trying to get her to sleep, and then I wrote this song. And by the way, it makes more sense if I tell you her name is Olive. That's Oh wait, no, it doesn't come up in the song. Never mind.
Okay. What's it called?
Well, the title is All Love Olive, and it's a pun. Olive.
Oh, nice.
Something dumb.
No, I love it.
That's how it starts. Turn this down just a little bit. my life one Tuesday morning in the fall. I'm pretty sure she knew I didn't get much sleep. The world waited anxiously for any kind of call, but it's not the kind of secret I could keep. Now I've always tried to make some sense of things I don't understand, but my logic and my reason can't explain. I don't like to admit it when I find I didn't get it, but the functions in my brain will never synapse the same. And I didn't believe in angels. I thought that they weren't real, but I was wrong about what I thought they were. I never believed in angels. I thought they were pretend, but I was wrong. I just never met one till I met her, my homegrown angel. Well, I have been called skeptical and I've been called a fool about the stubborn, narrow view upon the world. I would never disagree when majority would rule, but I might finally find some answers in this girl. Now I'll probably never figure out why feelings feel this way, aside from how my chemicals react. But if they knew concretely why she looks at me so sweetly, I'd avoid learning this fact and just know it's 'cause she loves me. And I didn't believe in angels. I thought that they weren't real, but I was wrong about what I thought they were. No, I never believed in angels. I thought they were pretend, but I was wrong. I just never met one till I met her, my homegrown angel. Well, I've always tried to learn about how magic really works. There's always one big secret you can learn. But now I'm gonna choose to see that sometimes magic's real. It's right before my eyes, in such a tiny size. And I didn't believe in angels. I thought that they weren't real, but I was wrong about what I thought they were. I never believed in angels. I thought they were pretend, but I was wrong. I just never met one till I met her, my homegrown angel. My homegrown angel. That was that.
Oh, I love that too. All your
Thank
songs
you.
are just making me like, whoop, feel so warm and fuzzy inside.
I just realized, yeah, all the ones that I've played so far today, I think have been about my kids and family. And
Including
to
the
your
tree.
point, what you were saying before about wondering if I was going to do any raunchy comedy, apparently this is who I am now, Cassandra.
What happened?
I know, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you. Now we go to bed at like 10 and wake up at 6, so like
Yeah.
we're all just changing.
Exactly.
Well, I want to tell you also, we have some folks watching also in Michigan, Chicago, I think Ohio, and then California too. John's friend, and now my friend Paul, who's going to be on the show in January, is watching it and sending lots of nice compliments your way. So watch them
Awesome.
later.
Thank you, John.
Yeah. Paul is also the guy.
I was thanking John, your husband.
Oh, good. For introducing us to nice people.
I don't have anything to say to Paul.
Yeah. Sorry, Paul.
Sorry, Paul. Maybe when I watch your episode.
Are you still in normal times playing up at Mojo's?
Yeah, in normal times. In fact, we had, I think, maybe 3 weekends there at the end of September and beginning of October when it seemed like everything was coming back, and I was getting paychecks, and that was great for 3 weeks. Um, yeah, I don't know. The owner of Mojo's, Tom, has been really up on keeping us in the loop about what's going on, and he was actually also super helpful and supportive about being an entertainer. Like, unemployment is different because we're independent contractors, and he's been really helpful sending us links to the DJs and the piano players about what we can do. But yeah, that's kind of home base. I'm there usually half the time, and then the other half I'm on the road with Noel Lehman, my normal road partner,
Mm-hmm.
and we go everywhere in normal times.
In normal times, yeah.
Cassandra, this has been the super weirdest year ever because in January and February, Noel and I did this extensive international tour for troops, and
That's
so we
right.
were Europe and Asia and Africa for the first time, and then we came home at the end of February, and things were starting to panic, and I never left my house again. So went from being everywhere to nowhere. It's been really super weird, aside from everything else that's weird about this stupid year.
Yeah, we were in Thailand when Bangkok got the first COVID case, and then we're just like, why did we not just stay there? Because they're fine now.
Exactly. I have some friends who live in Australia and New Zealand, and I was like, "Hey, are you looking for long-term guests?"
Yes. I wanted to check up on the Mojo's thing because also my friend Salim is watching and he lives in Kalamazoo. So Salim, if you're liking Dan's stuff, keep an eye out for when Mojo's reopens. You can go see him live there. So 45 minutes up 131. So
Those live Mojo shows are still full-on raunchy comedy, if that's the kind of thing you're into.
it's my favorite thing. I miss dueling. But real quick before we jump into like one or two more, depending on what you're feeling up for, it's 2:54. I just want to kind of say real quick to everybody that what was I going to say? Oh, you can ask questions. If you have questions for Dan, go ahead, drop them in the comments. And then before we hear maybe a last song or two, what are the ways that people can support you, support your art, support your living, support your creative stuff? I'm gonna say you have a book as well, so let's talk all your creative stuff.
I forgot about that book. It's a book I wrote that it has no business being a book. It's like if you're looking for raunchy comedy that Cassandra and I keep bringing up, and the reason we keep bringing it up is because I used to write a lot of like personalized birthday and bachelorette songs for people who would come into the bar, and they were always filthy. That book is the epitome of that. And I didn't realize how embarrassed I would be from my mom reading it until she did. Uh, she said, "You've written a book. That's great. I will not recommend it to my friends." But it's available on Amazon.com. It's called Big Bullies, and think of it like an R-rated Seth Rogen movie or something. And it's these two guys who were bullied. These two guys, they were bullied in school. They find their friend's kid is getting bullied the same way they were. They realize they're grown-ups and decide to go to the playgrounds and take care of the bullies themselves. And then it all goes down. So that's that. I've also got music. What did you ask me? I feel like I've been talking for too long for what your question wanted.
No, you're perfect. Just how people can support you or any of your endeavors.
Yeah, Venmo and PayPal, those are great ways of being supportive. You can also support me by just like posting a thumbs up on my Facebook page. I find that very supportive. High five me when we're allowed to do that again. I feel like that's a good means of support. But yeah, the same, like the stuff on the screen. Find me on Facebook. My Facebook and YouTube are where I post all of my videos. And because of quarantine, I've had a lot of home time and have really gotten the hang of like green screen and other effects. And so that's what my live stream show on Facebook, Isolated, is full of that kind of thing.
Perfect. And that's Tuesdays, 7 Eastern, 6 Central, right?
This Tuesday, so what, 2-3 days from now, the 22nd, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, is going to be my big Christmas show.
Awesome.
There's a gas leak. One of my puppets feels like he's too cheesy. The lights, the power goes out. Henry has to save the day. Who knows what's going to happen, Cassandra?
I'm so excited. John and I are going to watch it, I think. So, awesome. So, y'all, if you are working at the moment and you're enjoying Dan's music, send him a few bucks via those links up above, and definitely smash that like button on Facebook for him. Yeah, let's get one more in here. Let's get one more tune if you got one.
Do have one. I gotta ask Phil for his help one more time. This is another song. I think it might be the second one I did in my full band Dan live concert that's on YouTube and Facebook. This one's called Open Window, and let me get a good drum beat for it. That's awful. Phil, you let me down. Ugh.
Throw it away.
Okay, now we're good. A burning ember pressed against a plastic dish leads to the face and in turn to eternal wish. Well, I've seen 1,000 wonders and 100,000 woes, but I don't think that's how this story goes. But who knows? If you open up the window and close both of your eyes, in here it's warm and cozy, but don't forget it's cold outside. We really should be on our way, but manage yet again to stay. The road back home is open, but can't wait another day. Wake up, it's morning in a place where we have been. A nice seclusion, we may not return again. Well, I never bring too much there, but leave a lot behind. And it will always be there in my mind to unwind. You open up the window and close both of your eyes. In here it's warm and cozy, but don't forget it's cold outside. We really should be on our way, but manage yet again to stay. The road back home is open, but can't wait another day. I won't give up. I'm under down. Don't ever tell me that I had to go away. A perfect picture painted on a barren wall. It almost seems that nothing was ever there at all. The signs will make it sail if you let the sailing start, but you and I will never let it part from our heart. If you open up the window and close both of your eyes, in here it's warm and cozy, but don't forget it's cold outside. We really should be on our way, but manage yet again to stay. The road back home is open, but can't wait another day. Thanks. As soon right when I was about to start singing the first verse, I remembered that's usually a guitar song, and I wasn't used to playing it on piano.
Oh no. Hold on. I'm frozen
Uh,
on one of my cameras, so I'm going to the
oh.
FaceTime camera that doesn't look as good, but yeah, that's wonderful as well. Dan, thank you so much for taking the time to come on here and talk some songs, talk some songwriting, and make really good jokes that make me laugh because I need all of the laughters right now. So let's see here. So next week, I have the lovely married couple and also a couple of great musicians, Drew DeFore and Kin Curran. That'll be next Sunday, December 27th at 2 p.m. Central. You'll enjoy them very much as well if you're enjoying this. So thank you all so much for watching my Songwriter Sunday. As always, thank you again, Dan.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Cassandra. This was a lot of fun, and it was really nice to catch up with you.
Yay! I have missed you tremendously, and all of the Michigan folks. Yeah, and guys, if you got a few pennies to throw Dan's way, please do. All the intel is there. I'm getting better at this. Yeah, so thank you again, Dan. You rock. Say hi to the family for us, and
Will do.
We'll be in touch. All right, y'all.
Awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Of course. Have a beautiful weekend, everybody. We'll see you next weekend.